Oh, hi, Gary. Welcome to the Blood, Guts, and Papercuts Podcast. This is the podcast where Sean O'Connor and Shannon Bushman sit down with some of horror's most creative people. We ask them to come on and to talk about their latest project, whether it be a book, a movie, a screenplay, their latest role, and we get into it and we let them talk about the experience, what it means to them, how it came to be, and how everybody could get their little peepers on it. What we've also asked them to do is suggest the perfect watch-along, because you know we love movies here at Blood, Guts, and Paper Cuts. So they suggest a watch-along that goes along perfectly with it. We unpack that and we get into it. It could be good, it could be bad. We're going to find out in real time, just like you. So sit back, enjoy yourselves. This is the Blood, Guts, and Paper Cuts Podcast. That's a 2025 project. Shannon and I were just talking about, we need a new intro because we have a new name. We need new everything.
Yeah, we do. Waiting on a new logo.
I mean, maybe there's not a lot of anything this week, so maybe we'll just workshop it in real time right now. How about this? It sounds familiar. Did somebody do that already?
That sounds like a Sean original to me.
Oh my God. I mean, is Entertainment Tonight even around? They can't sue us. It's not even a thing anymore. We're taking that. We're taking their theme music.
Nice.
Oh my God, it'd be great if I started humming that and then I looked up and you had like a gigantic Mary Hart hairdo.
It just like cuts to you and then just cuts to me and my hair keeps changing.
Oh my God. And you're on VHS and you're wearing like shoulder pads out to here like you're on Falcon Crest. Oh,
yes.
That would make me so happy.
That'd be hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious.
And then it cuts to me. And I have a gigantic walrus mustache, and I'm bald.
Nice.
I don't know why. So anyway,
now we give our listeners a weird visual.
I don't know who these listeners are you speak of. We were talking to Gary.
Oh, Gary, right? Yes, yes.
So Gary, we're working on it. You know, we'll get something new in the can, as they say in the show business, in the can. Ooh, that sounds saucy.
It does sound saucy, which is also in a can.
You're just on fire. We're on fire tonight, Bushman. Fire. Oh, all right. Do you want to do these meager movies? Actually, I shouldn't say that. I bet the movies are great. We only have 2 of them, though.
We only have 2, and actually they're true classics. So I'm actually kind of excited about them. So I'm going to start with the first one. So the 1944. This one's 80 years old. Okay. Yes. So the year you were born. This is House of Frankenstein. So Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney. Our Universal Monster Universe. John Carradine as Dracula.
My least favorite Dracula, love John Carradine. He just, I don't know. He's so skinny. He's just so tall and skinny. I don't know. It doesn't work.
He didn't have the right presence.
He didn't, but I do love myself some John Carradine. So I certainly don't want people to think that I don't love him. Carradine family royalty right there.
Oh yeah, it's no hate at all. There's just sometimes even like my beloved actors that I love, like sometimes they'll just pick a role and I'm like, that wasn't the right one for them, but they tried. Sometimes you have to try it out, which is fine. Sometimes Absolutely. You can't pull it off. It's just not meant for you. I don't know. Not everybody could be a Gary Oldman. I don't know.
This is true. Or maybe Shannon, maybe we're going to very soon be saying nobody can be Bill Skarsgård. Not Skarsgård, right? Shit. Bill, what the fuck is... No,
Skarsgård, right?
It is Skarsgård, isn't it?
Nosferatu?
It is Skarsgård, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skarsgård. Yeah. Right? Pennywise, okay. Nosferatu, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually heard an interview of Nosferatu today. And how he disappeared into that role, and like if you didn't know that's Bill Skarsgård going into it, you wouldn't fucking know.
Oh my God! I mean,
one of the things I heard about it.
You know what I bought my ticket? I'm seeing it in 35 millimeter at the Alamo Drafthouse in Brooklyn. I cannot wait for this. Oh my goodness gracious!
I know it's. I think it's gonna be the movie of the year. I don't want to overstep that, but I'm it's gonna be.
So what I like to do, because this isn't my local theater, so I Googled, what's to eat around the area, and on the same block there's an outpost of Katz's Deli. I don't know if you've ever been to Katz's Deli on 2nd Avenue in New York City.
I have not. Gary,
I don't know if you live in New York City or if you're ever going to visit New York City, but if you do, go to Katz's Deli on 2nd Avenue. It's just like, when I die, if there is a heaven, it will be Katz's Deli.
Wow. Okay.
That's not even, I can't even say that's a boast. Like, it's just the best. It's the best. Wow. So anyway, I'm going to see some vampires and I'm going to eat some corned beef and pastrami.
Another Sean classic. Yes.
Oh, could you imagine if I brought the sandwich in and I'm just fucking going to town? People are like, what is even happening with this guy? So Gary, this is what happens when we have no news, movies, and barely any books to talk about. We just riff.
Talk about sandwiches and where to see movies,
I'm starving. Okay, so just to tie it all together, House of Frankenstein, absolutely love that movie. Little fun fact, on Universal Monsters on the cable, I watched Frankenstein vs. Dracula.
Nice.
Frankenstein vs. the Wolfman.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yesterday.
Oh, but that's with Dracula in it.
That one is Dracula free. I made a mistake. That one's Dracula free. It's just Frankenstein and the Wolfman. The Wolfman goes to like this spa to get cured of his lycanthropy, and of course it doesn't work because we have to see the showdown. The funniest damn thing though, the showdown is at the end. Bela Lugosi plays Frankenstein.
Right.
By the way. It's such an adorable fight because the Wolfman, all he does is climb up on tall things and jump down on Frankenstein, and they roll around and they come apart, and the Wolfman goes up on something high again and jumps down on Frankenstein. And Shannon, I'm not shitting you, it happens like 8 times. You know what they didn't have back in 1942? Fight choreography.
Right. Or stuntmen, or...
It wasn't a thing.
Was it the same shot over and over again? Because I caught that in a couple of old movies.
I'm not gonna. I feel bad enough. I'm not gonna say anything. But it is so quaint and it's so adorable. And then, spoiler alert for a movie that's 200 years old. Then they blow the dam, and boy, does that castle get mega fucked up by that rushing water. Oh, and they have like the little model, and like, how I love model work, but you can always tell because you're like, why is that water so big?
Yeah. Or like something like that should be like stone. You're like, oh, that looks like rubber.
Yeah, you're like,
because
drink like that.
Because it is.
Oh,
like
all right.
It starts toppling like my bath blocks that I had back when I was a toddler.
Oh my gosh, we're such idiots. I mean, these poor people were trying the best they could. I mean, for fuck's sake, they were fighting World War II at the time.
I know.
They don't have time to do accurate full scale models.
All the actual steel and friggin' stones are being made into weapons.
Oh my god, the castle's made out of like chicken bones and burlap, Oh, but you know what? Oh, you tried.
You tried though. It exists and it's always there for you, Gary.
I know, and I do love those universal black and whites. Gotta love them. Yeah. All right, what else you got, girl? You know what? Here we are. We're like, oh, we have nothing to talk about. We're with Nat Cassidy in 15 minutes. We gotta put the spurs to this.
Okay, so it's kind of a random film, but figured I would mention it because I don't think I saw it, and I'm kind of curious to watch it. So this is even further back, 1939. So it's celebrating 85 years. This one's called The Return of Dr. X. So this is a Humphrey Bogart film.
What the fuck?
I think it's more of like a gunslinger, investigator, murder mystery.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like everything about that, but boy, oh boy, I never knew that Humphrey Bogart even brushed up against horror.
Oh God, he used to. Yeah, he did. He actually had a string of films where he plays the villain.
Get the hell
And
out of here.
He's actually a pretty good villain too. He did reach a point where he's like, I think his fans were starting to get upset. And he's like, you know what? I don't want to be the villain anymore, because he was like a not a heartthrob, but I think it was like a little bit of a heartthrob at one point. But he played the villains in most of the movies that I saw him in really well. And I like him as an actor, like regardless. So, but
hell yeah,
he definitely did touch up on horror.
Nice. I never knew. Look at me learning something new
Ew.
from Professor Bushman. I hope I get an A this semester.
And that one is streaming on Max.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
If you want to throw it on, The Return of Dr. X.
So gonna check that out. All right, we'll transition into movies. I do have one movie.
Okay.
It is probably for our listeners in the UK. Liam, Billy, if you're listening, we love you guys. How you doing?
Guys.
Yeah.
They are transitioning as well.
Oh, well, we got, well, you know what? I was going to say, I shouldn't say anything. Why?
No, they did already.
We got the spooky shed. Shed.
Yeah.
Gary, do yourself a favor. You, I know we're very protective of you, but you want to have a good time. You want to listen to the spooky shed. You can find that on iTunes. You can find that on Spotify. It is a fun, frantic, full of life. I'm trying to find F words and fucking awesome
Fantastic
podcast with two of the coolest guys you're ever going to meet. Is Billy a super creep at 13 years old, hanging out dressed as Jason Voorhees outside of someone's house for like 3.5 hours? You goddamn right he was. But he's so great that you could tease him about it for the rest of his life, and we plan on it. So the Spooky Shed, go check it out, and actually I'm going to put it in the show notes so people can just click a Rooney, as they like to do.
Huzzah.
Okay, so back to my point about the UK. There's a Nick Frost movie called Getaway that he wrote, and it is almost like, all right, how do you like this or setup, Shannon? How about like an oblivious tourist family basically goes to Summer Isle in the Wicker Man for a vacation?
Oh, God.
Horror comedy, emphasis on the comedy. Cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
Really?
So that's the only movie I have. We'll go to streaming quickly now. We have Smile 2 is on Paramount Plus. You and I both saw it. You know, different opinions, different opinions. And but it's going, if you have Paramount Plus and it's free for Mio, give it a look-see.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think.
Like I said, I definitely want people to check it out. Again, because I'm curious what other people think about it.
Yeah. Then we have we've got The Creep Tapes is on Shudder.
Right.
I'm hearing pretty good things about it, and it's no surprise because people love Creep and Creep 2. So, all right, cool. It's on Shudder for you. I'm going to check that out. 2 movies just on streaming. We have How to Kill Monsters, which is an Irish film that I'll actually be reviewing. I'll be watching and writing a review of it tomorrow for Macabre Daily. Really excited about it.
Nice.
I saw the trailer. It looked really fun. So I'll let you all know how it turns out next week.
Yeah.
And then
excited to read that.
How about this one, Invisible Raptor, that I did watch for Macabre Daily, and I interviewed co-writer and star Mike Capes, director Mike Hermosa, and co-writer Johnny Wickham, 3 of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet virtually. And they put together this bonkers, fun horror comedy about an invisible raptor that gets loose.
Oh my God.
And they pull it off. This movie is so much fun. There's gore through the roof. There were parts, I don't say this often, but there were parts that I laughed out loud. I really did. there's this one of my favorite scenes. I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but there's a scene that usually takes place in romantic comedies where someone will confront a girlfriend from the past, and there may be a child involved, and there's it's a very dramatic moment. Like, how do you handle this? Am I the father? Am I not the father? I'm just going to leave it there and just say it was like the funniest 120 seconds that I've seen in a film. And how it ends was no one does this. No one does it. How it ends was so picture perfect that I was like, bravo, you three. Bravo.
I love it.
So Invisible Raptor, check it out. It is on video on demand. All right. You want to do some books?
Yeah. Hit me with some books.
Let's do some books.
Yeah. Well, don't physically hit me with the book, but
We never do that. You're my friend. Giving people the wrong impression of me. Look, people know who hits who with books in this podcast. People know Shannon. That's all I'm going to say.
Gary knows.
Oh, Gary knows. All right. If I go missing, Gary's going right to the cops.
Yeah. We shall see.
We have got, I almost feel like, because it's that time of year, Emily Hughes is here, bringing all the cheer.
Ah, I like it.
Emily Hughes is here. Emily, I feel like Emily might be feeling a little bit of our pain tonight because she put out her list for December, and it is a quick list.
Yeah.
So I think Emily's just like, yep, let's end of the year. Let's go.
Getting ready for January.
Exactly. Oh my goodness gracious. She's always so busy. She's the best. Oh, by the way, let's promote Emily. Emily and Neil McRobert are going to be with Clay on the Fearmongers podcast. And they're going to be talking about what they're excited for in 2025, what horror novels they're excited for.
That's right.
I think that's freaking awesome. Okay. So sorry, let me get back to the books. We have Private Rights by Julia Armfield, came out December 3rd from Flatiron, from the award-winning author of Our Wives Under the Sea. That book, that book made a little bit of noise and good for Julia. A speculative reimagining of King Lear. That's interesting. Centering three sisters navigating queer love and loss in a drowning world. Drowning. Because I like to throw in extra consonants. Drowning world.
Words are hard.
They're so... Oh, you have no idea. Okay. And then we have... Where is the one that I want? Oh, here it is. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have We Are the Beasts. Oh, God, I love that title. By Gigi Griffiths. That comes out December 10th from Delacorte. Check this out. Deaths and disappearances pile up as a mysterious beast stalks the French countryside, and two girls seize an unlikely opportunity that just might save them all or serve them up on a platter. Ooh. Step into this chilling historical YA horror inspired by the unsolved mystery of the Beast of Gévaudan. I think I got that right.
I was wondering how you say that.
I have no idea.
I would have said it very, very New York. Beast of Gévaudan.
The Beast of Dijon Mustard.
That's it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. All right, look at this. Here we are. We only have 5 minutes to wrap up the news. That is twice as long as I need.
Yeah. Not much going on. I think the only thing that's really anticipating right now is Nosferatu, which I'm sure we're going to mention at least 2 more times.
We have at least 2 more shortcuts to do before the end of the year. So yeah, Gary, you're going to hear about it. All right, a couple of things. Terrifier 3 is coming back to theaters for starting Christmas Eve. So it'll be in theaters for like a week. That's fun.
We knew that we were going to do that.
Yeah, good on them. Go see some holiday mayhem.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Mike Flanagan's movie The Life of Chuck drops May 30th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is not horror, but this is Stephen King, but it's not horror. So I we're just kind of lumping it into the genre because it is Stephen King. I don't want people to expect a Stephen King horror.
Right.
It's not. Is it good? Absolutely. Is Mike Flanagan fucking star child supernova extraordinaire? Of course he is. Okay. Thanksgiving 2 starts filming in March. Did you like Thanksgiving 1?
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I liked it because I saw it on Netflix. So if I saw it in the theater, actually, I probably would have had fun. I take that back. I would have liked it. The Babadook's getting a director's cut. How about that?
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah. All right. Sweet Pea. I haven't seen it. That show, Sweet Pea, about the serial killer, is renewed for season 2.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
I heard it was good, but I haven't seen it yet.
Me neither, but I want to see it. I'm curious to check it out, but I don't get Stars. I think it's on Stars, but I'll figure it out.
All right.
Scream Factory is releasing 3 bangers: Galaxy of Terror, Ghosts of Mars, which is so fucking awful. That's the worst John Carpenter movie. But now it might have tripped into So Bad It's Good. I don't know.
Nice.
And Humanoids from the Deep, they're all getting 4K restorations. So that's pretty sweet.
That's fun.
So that those 3 come out in February. And that is it for the news, and there's no trailers. So welcome to the end of the show.
And that's 3 Sean specials?
That's 3 Sean specials.
Oh my God, it's like Christmas came early.
As you know, my album drops in Peru on Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah, Christmas is coming, folks.
Take us out of here, Shannon. We've got a young buck named Nat Cassidy to go talk to about the most disturbing horror movie.
What are you talking about? It's a rom-com. Well, anyway. All right, Gary.
You upset me so much by saying that. We're talking about I Saw the Devil, people.
And that's a cut.
Hey there. You just finished the latest episode of Blood, Guts, and Papercuts. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. We honestly do this for you, and we appreciate your time. I hope we entertained you. If we did, can we ask a huge favor? Would you be kind enough to go to iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, rate and review us? It's how we get our tiny little horror name out there and get our silly face in front of everyone and our silly little voices in everyone's ears. But we do it from a place of love, and we would really appreciate your support in doing this. You can follow us also on YouTube at Blood, Guts, and Papercuts Podcast, and on Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky. And you can find us there at SeanOC32. That's at SeanOC32. We really appreciate your time. Like I said, I hope you were entertained. Can't wait to see you back here in a day or 2. Take care. Yeah, bye.